internet, so I keep trying to record this video and my angles are fucked up, or the volume's fucked up, or it stops halfway through. So this is the video from the 25th, the subject from the 25th that I'm re-recording because I have to, because I got cut off. And then every time I've tried to do it afterwards, it's got fucked up angles, and now we're just gonna hold you on my computer and we can deal with that. So, I had been thinking, and what I had been thinking about is writing your characters and having them go through something that either you went through or their actions you don't like. For summing it up, your character does something you disagree with. My main one is my character a lot of the times is something that I would call weak, and it's confusing, it's hard to describe. So if someone else were to go through it, or I was to hear their story, or anything like that, if it was another person completely detached from myself, they would be brave, like I would be so impressed that they survived it or they went through this, I could understand why they did what they did, and they wouldn't be weak to me. But because pretty much my character isn't me, but she's like an extension of me, not in any form of way, like physically or like actually, but because I'm so close to them and in their head, they're an extension, or I'm an extension of them or something, and I'm really close to them because I know everything about them and they're my children. When they do things that I don't like or I don't agree with, or I have done in the past and I don't like it, and I'm like, you're fucking weak. I have this issue with my main character constantly. They have issues with being able to withstand emotion and trust issues and lots of issues that I have previously had or still have at times, either not as bad or worse or differently, and I've got friends who have been through it and gone through similar things, and like anything, especially out of myself and a different friend, I handled it better than they did, but I see them as strong and me as weak, if that makes sense. So I'm like, oh, you took this route, which could be deemed weak or stupid or whatever, and I took this route, which would be considered the mature route, but when I think about it, I see myself as the weak one, even though like I know all the details about it, and I'm like, that's not weak. It's just like what my main character does and why she does it and how she ended up in these things. It's not weak. But when it's happening or when I'm writing, I'm like, no, you're fucking weak. And I don't let it come across on the writing. I do let frustration come across occasionally because I'm like, a character doesn't know why they're doing something, or feels frustrated in themselves for reacting a certain way. But I get annoyed. Like, there's one particular scene at the end of the story that I was talking about with a lady Elizabeth here on the interweb, and I even said, she does this and it's fucking weak. And she's like, it's not weak. I'm like, I know it's not weak. And we went through why it's not weak and stuff, and I'm like, I know it's not weak, but it's weak to me. Like, if I was to allow myself to do that, I would be letting myself be weak. Do you guys have any subjects or things similar where if you're writing your character in a certain way, or have a character do something where you just disagree with it so strongly that you have such a emotional response to it, or view it as weak, when logically and in everyday life you're like, it's not, but because if I was to do it, I'd be disappointed in myself. I'm disappointed in the character and their decisions. Oh, I have this with every character, by the way. I have to, like, there's the character mind and story mind that I'll sit in and I'll write and I'll be like, amazing, and like, get it, and I'm in their mind and it all makes sense. And then I get out of that and I'm like, what the fuck? No. Why would you ever do that? I think I'd be more okay with writing a serial killer than writing someone who, like, later I'm like, that's so fucking weak. And I'm like, well, they murder people every day. And I'm like, yes, but they were weak in their emotion and let people know that they had sway over them. Wow, someone has issues with trust. I know who that is. Anyway, I'm gonna go before this starts turning into a therapy session again, and I'll see you guys tomorrow, and the day after, and the day after, and the day after, but I can't promise the day after because it won't be April anymore. Bye.